My adult sister, who lives with me for free, kept waking my baby with her drunken late nights, so I enforced a strict curfew. Now, my sister says I can't ground her, but I said she'll live in the streets if she does it again. I, 25F, live in a 3-bedroom apartment with my fiancé, 27M. We have a 6-month-old son. My younger sister Mia, 20F, recently started attending a university closer to where I live than my parents' places. Because she needed to get to class early in the morning, my fiancé and I allowed her to move into our spare bedroom. She's been living with us since January. Since she moved in, I've had Mia follow a set of rules, mostly to ensure everyone can live peacefully. One of the most important rules concerns arriving after my son's bedtime. Mia is allowed to come home however late she wants, as long as she doesn't make too much noise. The door to the apartment has an electronic keypad lock, and the one we use also has a normal lock under it. Everyone has a copy of the key, but we all prefer typing in the password. However, the keypad is very noisy, and my son's nursery isn't far from the door. Every time the keypad is used after I put the baby to sleep, he wakes up. So naturally, the rule about getting home late includes not using the keypad. Everyone, including Mia, has known about this since day one. At first, we had no problems. But now that Mia has gotten used to college life, she frequently goes out at night. This past month, she has arrived home after midnight every Friday and Saturday night. She always forgets the don't make too much noise rule, and she has, on multiple occasions, used the keypad. My son wakes up crying every time. I'd sit her down and remind her of the rule whenever this happened, but she'd continue to do it. My fiancé and I got tired of putting our baby back to sleep because of that, so I changed the password and told Mia she was no longer allowed to use the keypad. She agreed and promised to try to make less noise. On Friday night this week, Mia went out with her friends. She came home drunk at 4 a.m. and forgot I'd changed the password. Not only did she use the keypad, but she also got the password wrong so many times that she triggered an alarm. I was furious. My baby woke up crying, and I also got complaints from my neighbors. The next morning, I told Mia I was establishing a curfew. While living with me, she needs to be home by 8 p.m. She won't be allowed to go out at night for the rest of the semester. Mia put up a fight, saying I had no right to ground her. I never used that word or dictated what she does with her free time, but I held my ground. I told her she'll be free to do as she pleases when she has her place and raises her family. While living with me, she has to do as I say. She told our parents about this. Our mother and stepfather are both on my side. Our father is on Mia's. He's saying I'm not her mother, and I have no right to treat her like a child. He also thinks it's unfair to do this to her over a drunken mistake. Update. It's tough to explain my relationship with my younger sister in proper detail, but I will say that while I love her dearly, Mia has always been very inconsiderate. I have countless examples. She almost didn't attend our cousin's wedding last year because she didn't want to walk to the venue 2 blocks from our mom's place. We shared a bathroom when we were younger, and she'd insist on having the top drawers because she didn't want to crouch down, but she was cool with me doing so. She slept through my college graduation and didn't apologize for it. I'm bringing this up now because whenever I asked Mia why she kept forgetting to use her key, her excuse was that looking through her bag took too long and the keypad was quicker. In her head, bothering other people is better than slightly inconveniencing herself. After I established the curfew, Mia tried different ways to make me change my mind. She'd talk about not being able to cancel her tickets for Party X, or about the fun her friends had at Party Y. She'd show me her developing LinkedIn profile, and tell me she had learned her lesson and would be more responsible. At first, I didn't want to kick her out, but I had limits. A few days ago, I heard her complaining to her friends on the phone about her B-word of a sister who wouldn't let her do anything. Later that day, I asked her which of our parents she planned on moving in with. Cue more fighting. I told her I had no obligation to continue housing her for free if she couldn't respect my family. Mia could either move back in with our parents or continue living with me for the low price of respecting my infant son and stop complaining about it. We did have a very productive conversation afterwards. I managed to get a lot off my chest, as did my sister. Mia apologized for everything. She admitted she'd been selfish and promised she'd make efforts to change and mature. I strongly believe that people can change, so I'm not kicking her out right now. But I made it very clear that Mia is on thin ice, and the next time she does anything like this, it will be the last time she ever sees the inside of my home. The curfew will continue until the end of the semester, as originally planned. My father also agreed to pay for Mia to go back to therapy. It helped her a lot when she was younger, so I'm hopeful about the future of this living situation. My son is not a light sleeper. The keypad is just very loud and startles him awake, but my fiancé and I are still looking into getting a white noise machine. Anything that helps our baby sleep better is welcome.